Alright guys, gonna do a big water change in this tank. There's nothing in here but shrimp now. Hoping all the snails are gone. I'm not gonna feed the loaches in the 33. I'm actually letting them start a water change in here now, pulling water out, clean the canister down there as well. Didn't see anything in it. I searched the canister for baby rams and who knows what, but anyway, I'm thinking about not feeding this tank for a while and letting them be hungry for snails and letting them just clean that out. I've also got some hydrochloric acid, so in honor of breast cancer awareness, got a little pink spray bottle and like algae on the back glass right there. Just get that like so with some hydrochloric, or sorry, not hydrochloric, oh my word, been seeing too many James Bond movies. Hydrogen peroxide. It's a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. The other thing I wanted to show you is these guys know I'm getting ready to do some work in the tank, and check it out. All 6 of them are backed up into that piece of driftwood. So there's 6. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Lucky's in there somewhere as well. But I just thought it was funny how they were kind of on the defense. And I'm going to give these 2 a shot at the 33 after the loaches clean it out of snails. So that's the plan. Got to do some work. And you guys, thanks for watching. And I'll put this with tomorrow's video of what the tanks look like after everything's all cleaned up. But anyway. Happy Saturday. What I did, these things, if you don't have your filter running, since this is tapped, this is a Fluval Studio 600. Fluval actually designed this using their filter, their tank. But what happens is if you have this open, that valve open, and you lose power, these things tend to dribble on the side. I had it working where it didn't do that, had it sealed, but this Tupperware container is just kind of a plan B, just being safe. Would highly recommend anyone who has this type of filter to put it in a container like this and just check it. What I did is I just put a little bookmark right there, that little red bookmark on the water line, and I've just been checking it, making sure that it's not going in the wrong direction. If I lose power, it will go in the wrong direction until I reseat this seal. And it's just kind of annoying. It doesn't, I don't know. You would think those clamps would pull it in tight and seal it, but they don't. But that's another story. Anyway, here's this tank. I've got the loaches in here. You can see all the bubbles because I hit this with the hydrogen peroxide. And I hit the glass as well. I want to really start working on my glass because it has algae in the back and in the back here as well. And what I'm going to try to do is get all the algae off the surface area of the glass in the back of the tank. And I woke up this morning and it looks like it's changed a little bit. So gonna have to figure out how to reseal that. But the good thing is I got a good night's sleep. I didn't wake up with a mess, and definitely leaking. So you can always look at the top of your tank too. If you do the water change and you see it move that much, you got something serious going on. You're either leaking water or the dog's drinking out of your fish tank. So anyway, but these guys are looking good. There's Lucky. Lucky's looking pretty good. Really like the color on Lucky. Turn this light off over here. Lucky's really... Alright guys, totally broke it down. What I did is I took a cup actually and started pulling the water out slowly because it's so heavy. That container is really kind of flimsy to be full of water, and it's hard to lift. But you can see it actually, see the cracks I've got here and here in this stand because they did the freaking sawdust holding hands with glue. Particle board. It's terrible material to use for a fish tank stand, in my opinion, but that's why I like this stand so much. It's the real deal. There's the FX5, by the way. And the lights are off in the 120 right now. Here's the tank after I put the water that was down in the bucket right there. Back up in top, and it looks like it's not leaking at all. And I'll watch this throughout the day and check it first thing tomorrow morning, but that seal is really kind of tricky to set correctly. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, just letting you guys see that, and the loaches are pretty happy in here, and they're going to knock out some of the snail population. Great little fish. These are Angelica loaches, and they're like little mice. They have the personality of little mice when you watch them. They're kind of neat, kind of cool. They don't get much bigger, not very aggressive, good for a community tank. There's 3 in here, and fun to watch. Great fish. On our breast cancer awareness, there's my pink spray bottle right there for the hydrogen peroxide. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hit it, all this beard algae, just kind of hit it like so, and hit that. And then my hope is it just knocks all that out. So anyway, but this is really the only maintenance I've done on the 5-gallon in over a year. And I'm not even going to do anything with the filter. I'm just going to clean this up, clean the glass, and then take care of this beard algae. And by me pulling out this much water, what I've really done is I've taken out all the excess nutrients. And I feel like that'll really help this tank bounce back. The other thing I might want to do is clean the lid, get any kind of crud off from that clear glass so that I get more light through. And that'll be it. And you hear that? Look at the vibration in the hose. See it? That's really noisy. My guess is there's a snail in there, but I got to do some work more. What a fun way to spend a Sunday. Anyway, water level's back down. These guys are all checking out like, what's going on over there? And this tank is purling like crazy. Doing really well. Here you can really see the purling. A lot of bubbles. I hit this with Flourish Excel, and then I also sprayed a lot of the hydrogen peroxide. And what's interesting, this beard algae almost has an orange to it, which is kind of what happens when that hydrogen peroxide just really eats it up. It'll just turn an orange. I don't know why, but it definitely, even if it's green, it'll turn orange. And that's kind of a good thing. So, and I think this is going to clean up nicely. And I'm going to get to enjoy a lot of the shrimp now. They're going to be out more, and a lot of the baby shrimp will have a better chance of making it, because those loaches probably ate them up. But anyway, busy weekend. Keep you guys posted. Check out how clean this is. It's pretty sweet. And my lights got a lot brighter in this tank too, because I cleaned the plastic. Plastic was really dirty. Had a lot of scud on it. But anyway, I'm going to put all this together. I got to get back on this, but hopefully at some point I'll wrap all this up and get this problem solved, and then wrap it up for a video after Sunday. Alright guys, it's Monday. I'm going to do, got a spoon right here, and I'm going to pull that gasket out of that head cover on that 206, and I'm going to put some petroleum jelly around it, and grease it up a little bit, and then hope it seals the head cover better. And then we'll see what happens with that. The 120 is looking good. Everybody here is pretty well, and it's a Monday. And just check out the beard algae. Stuff's really fading, which is good. And that hydrogen peroxide is doing wonders. So that stuff works really well. So didn't hurt the plants, and really looks like it put a punch into the and de-algae. So, let's see. All right, guys, there's a water line right there. I got a little sticker, if you can see it. Just put it on there. And what I did, hoping this works, did a little bit of reading, and you can really see how my water's just really kind of got slimed up, but it's murky too. But what I did is I took some petroleum jelly, and I just took a little bit and just worked it around the rubber gasket. I have no idea what's going on here. And just made sure that the gasket was completely covered in the grease, oil of the petroleum jelly. And going to see if that works. I've read that that'll work. I've read that's how some people suggest to fix it. It just seems kind of weird that it would take that long. Or that it seems odd to me that a filter only, what, 2 years old, the gasket would dry out, but maybe that does, I don't know. But one thing that's weird is if I open this up all the way, right now, listen to this. So that's opened all the way. So I'm gonna, alright guys, here it is. Went to PetSmart, bought a new filter. And the reason is because that needs to work. See that right there? That needs to work. I probably just need another gasket. And the pain of ordering a gasket, waiting, and letting this tank sit without a filter. So what I'll do is I'll cannibalize the parts. And I could actually make another filter out of that. But what I really want to do is I want to look at this new one and then just figure out what's wrong with this one. But now I have a backup, and it's just because that's piped the way it is. There's not an easy way to put another one in line. Hindsight being 2020, I probably should have had shut-off valves right there. Then I could shut it off and then hook these hoses into something else. But I'm kind of committed to this filter. This is going to be a backup. This is going to have 3 years warranty, and I'm definitely going to hold Fluval to it, because I don't think this one's 3 years old. Actually, you can see where it's kind of leaked, but and cracked the tank. If you can see that, actually. But anyway, I got to get this going. I've got film here. I don't want to lose any fish. I'm more worried about the tank. I know this is throwing $100 away. Not really, but it's the whole time money thing, and I just don't have any time. And I'm exhausted of dealing with this. I've broke this thing down 10 or 15 times. I've done everything I can. I guess the gasket needs to be replaced. Anybody has one of these filters, I would advise you to have a gasket and backup, just in case you break it down and then you can't ever get it to seat again and it just leaks. Just a heads up. We'll see what happens. Guys, happy Friday. Check out. Look at that. That hydrogen peroxide is the bomb. Look at that. Next time I hit it, man, it'll be just do a big water change, hit it again. It should just clear it right up. It's looking pretty nice. It kind of faded the baby tears. That's interesting. Kind of hit it, didn't it? That's it. That's wild. It didn't look like it hurt any of this stuff, though. All right, so what I wanted to show you guys here, I got to show you Lucky. Haven't done any work on this tank, but Lucky is looking awesome. So cool. I brought my bags in from work. Had a really long, crazy week, and I need to get the algae off the glass, which is why it looks a little blurry. But all these guys came to the corner, because that's usually where I put the food in, and they're like, "Hey, give us some real food." Because one day this week I was so busy I didn't even feed them. And then another day I just gave them some flake, and they really like freshly frozen. But anyway, need to do some work on this weekend. This is looking a lot better. Loaches in here are happy now that I got that filter issue resolved. And if you notice, if you look down here, completely, well, you can't see that, but it's nothing in here. If I put my hand down in this Tupperware container, it's completely dry, which is how I like it. And anyway, so it's all good. But all right, man, happy Friday. I put all this together. This tank would look great if I just get the algae off the glass. But hey, I'll wrap up the last, week and a half of videos and post it for you guys. Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. And go Wildcats. The boys are playing some football this year. Later.